Hey everyone, Justin here. I want you to think of a video game you've played before or seen someone else play. You're probably controlling something, either a character or an object or a vehicle like a spaceship. Have you ever wondered what's happening behind the scenes to make that motion look so smooth? Behind every move you make, complex numbers are hard at work. Every smooth rotation you see, every time this spaceship changes direction, every time the camera view or the surroundings shifts or an object changes in size, thousands of complex numbers are being multiplied. When complex numbers are multiplied, they rotate and scale objects instantly, creating smooth animations like the ones we see in video games or in animated films. So, if multiplying complex numbers makes all this possible, how exactly does that work? Previously, we were able to add and subtract complex numbers just like we would add polynomials, and that's because I is treated like a variable. Similarly, these same rules for multiplying polynomials are used when we multiply complex numbers, so before you continue this video, make sure you've completed the warm-up activity to refresh your skills on multiplying polynomials. All right, let's get into it. In our first example problem, we're multiplying the complex numbers -8 plus 12i and 10 minus 4i. What property do we need to use here? Since we use the distributive property to multiply polynomials, we also use the distributive property to multiply complex numbers. Here, we can distribute the -8 to both terms inside the second parentheses, and then also distribute the positive 12i. Now, when distributing, we have to remember that subtraction signs in front of any number indicates that a negative sign is being applied. Subtracting 4i is the same as negative 4i. With this in mind, let's distribute that -8 first to the positive 10 and the negative 4i, and then distribute the 12i to the positive 10 and negative 4i. For those of you who prefer using the area model as a way of organizing the numbers and signs, here's what it'll look like for this problem. The same exact distribution will be performed between these same numbers. Okay, I'm going to evaluate both the written expression and the area model at the same time for you. -8 times 10 equals -80. -8 times -4i equals positive 32i. 12i times 10 equals 120i. And finally, 12i times -4i equals -48i squared. Comparing our expression with the results from the area model, we end up with the same expression. Now that we've completed the distributive property, which terms can we combine here? We can combine 32i with 120i to get 152i. Can we simplify this any further? Didn't we learn about the powers of I in a previous lesson? How can we simplify this -48i squared? Since I equals the square root of -1, I squared equals the square root of -1 times the square root of -1, which equals -1. We learned that it's one of the steps in the 4-power cycle of I, so we can now use I squared equaling -1 to replace that I squared in our expression with -1. -48 times -1 equals positive 48. What's our next step? Yep, we combine -80 and positive 48 to get -32. Our answer is a complex number, so we need to ask ourselves, is this in standard form? It sure is, since its real number comes before its imaginary number, so -32 plus 152i is our final answer. Go ahead and try this example problem on your own. You might want to use an area model if that's your preference. We'll go over everything once you're finished. Pause the video now.
When applying the distributive property, we need to be careful not to forget that the subtraction sign means negative. We first distribute the negative 2 to the positive 6 and positive 15i, and then distribute the negative 4i to the 6 and positive 15i. Likewise, on our area model, we need to ensure we include the correct signs. Regardless of the strategy, though, we're multiplying these same numbers together, so the resulting expression will be the same. You might want to take a moment to compare your work to see if you distributed correctly here. Okay, what's our next step? We can combine like terms. Adding negative 30i and negative 24i results in negative 54i. What's next? Since I squared equals negative 1, we can replace I squared with negative 1. Negative 60 times negative 1 equals 60. Now we can combine the negative 12 with the positive 60, resulting in negative 54i plus 48. Are we done? Not quite, because the complex number needs to be in standard form. We need to place the real number before the imaginary number. So our final answer is 48 minus 54i. If you made any mistakes, that's totally okay. As long as you learn from them, you can avoid those mistakes as you go for these last two problems. Pause now to evaluate the following expressions on your own. Welcome back. How'd you do? For this first problem, we first distribute the positive 11 to the negative 7 and negative 20i, and then distribute the negative I to the negative 7 and negative 20i. This will evaluate into this expression, and if you used an area model, the result would be the same. Our next step is combining like terms. Negative 220i plus 63i equals negative 157i. And now we replace that I squared with negative 1. 180 times negative 1 is negative 180. We can combine the negative 77 with negative 180, which will give us negative 257. Our final answer in standard form is negative 257 minus 157i. On to the next one. We first distribute the negative 5 to the negative 14 and negative I, and then we distribute the positive 16i to the negative 14 and negative I. This will evaluate into this expression, and if you used an area model, the result is the same. Our next step is combining like terms. 5i plus negative 224i equals negative 219i. And now we replace the I squared with negative 1. Negative 16 times negative 1 is positive 16. We can combine the 70 with 16, which gives us 86. So our final answer in standard form is 86 minus 219i. Nice work.
What you practiced today is the very same math that's behind our favorite video games and animated films. Multiplying complex numbers can be tricky, though. We need to remember that a subtraction sign in front of any number indicates that a negative sign is being applied. And since I squared equals negative 1, we can always replace I squared in our expressions with negative 1 to further simplify them. Lastly, the product of two complex numbers will also be a complex number and must be written in standard form. Great job today. Stay curious, and I'll see you next time.
Hey.